Today we're going to talk about how to set up an aftermarket Apollo cedar with 2 tanks. From the main run screen, select the spanner icon to go to the setup screen. Under Implement New Custom, select the implement type. This is determined by whether it's a linkage cedar, a toe behind cedar, or a toe between cedar. The implement type selected will affect implement geometries, so it's important that you select the correct type of implement. In this example, we are selecting a toe between implement type. Touch the plus to create the new implement. An operation requires restart warning is presented. Tick to proceed. Touch on implement name and use the on-screen keyboard to name it something meaningful, such as the model in use. In this example, we will name it Topcon Training Cedar. Tick to confirm the new name. Tick to proceed. Now select the type of implement control desired. This is dependent on the cedar capabilities and will be either section control only, section control and rate control, or rate control only. In this example, we are using section control and rate control. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Touch on ECU type and select Apollo. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Touch on implement function, select cedar and tick to confirm. Touch the next arrow to proceed. At this point you need to ensure that there is only one ECU connected. If you have more than one ECU connected, then this video is not for you and you will need to refer to the video Setting up Apollo Cedar Implement and ECU, 2 GRAN and 2 liquid tanks. With just one Apollo ECU connected, select the next arrow to proceed. Once the Apollo ECU has been detected, touch the next arrow to proceed. You will then be presented with a configuration summary showing that the Apollo CM-40 is set up for rate control only. If more than one section control is required, an Apollo EM24 expansion module would need to be installed. This can be done using the Add ECU button here. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Now select the cedar manufacturer from the list. If it's not listed, then select Other followed by the next arrow. Enter the number of fans on the cedar followed by the next arrow. Touch on the boom name and using the on-screen keyboard, change the name to something more meaningful if desired. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Now enter the number of tanks required. In this example, we have 2 tanks. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Touch on the tank names and rename them to something more meaningful if desired. In this example, we are renaming them to front and rear. Touch on the tank type for each tank to set to either granular or liquid. In this example, we are setting the rear tank to liquid. As the Apollo ECU has 4 channels, we can also assign which channel is to be used for each tank. If you have the rear tank physically connected to drive 3, for example, you would change the assigned drive to drive 3. In this example, we will leave it as the default drive 2. Touch the next arrow to proceed. Touch the green tick to save the configuration. The console will automatically restart. Following the console restart, you can proceed with setting implement geometries followed by the cedar configuration. You will also see a configuring ECU message followed by a synchronizing ECU message. For a detailed description of implement geometries and cedar settings, please refer to the Apollo Cedar Control Operator's Manual. If the Apollo firmware mismatch message is presented, refer to the How to Upgrade Apollo ECU firmware video. And that is how to set up an Apollo Cedar implement and ECU for a basic 2-tank system. I hope you found this video helpful and have a nice day.